I'm recording this on the 69th day of the quarantine here in Italy. Today is Sunday and tomorrow, Monday, May 18th, some activities are going to be allowed to start again, including my job. It's a timid start and everybody is going to continue with mask wearing and hand washing and social distancing and all of that, yes. We hope to get things moving a little bit again. Now, since this whole thing started, I've been extremely lucky. I just want to acknowledge that for a moment here. Because we'd been talking with my fiance about how cool it would be to just lock ourselves in a studio for a few weeks and just not come out again until we'd written an entire new album. We'd be joking about that. So, geez, careful what you wish for, right? So, what was lucky about being basically forced to stay home? Well, first, we have a home studio set up at our place, so we could still continue to write music and work on our different projects. I can't imagine how frustrating these times must have been for some of the people who I know who are also musicians and they haven't been able to reach their studio because of the restrictions of movement that were made at the time. And yeah, I think we would probably have gone a little stir crazy just after a week if it wasn't for our home studio. Secondly, because we suddenly found ourselves not traveling to work anymore every day, we now had about 3 hours more time on our hands every day. So this of course meant more studio time. And thirdly, and let me just knock on wood for a moment here and keep my fingers crossed because the situation is far from over yet, but no one in the family has gotten sick yet. This is incredibly lucky because this virus has wreaked havoc in so many families all over the world. And as you might already know, Italy is one of the countries where the situation went from bad to worse pretty quickly. So I can't help but be grateful for that. Because I also know people who have lost their loved ones to this thing, and it's horrible. It's absolutely the worst thing that could happen. And we can only keep our fingers crossed that we can continue to be well as we're now moving into the so-called second phase of this mess. Well, so what about this album that I've been talking to you about then? Well, at this point, I have 9 tracks that are going to be included on my first ever solo album. I've gotten to a point now where I'm finally happy with the arrangements and the songs are basically ready for me to start tracking my final vocals. So I'm really thrilled about that because of course that's my favorite part about making a record. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, in the meantime, the musicians who are going to play on my album are getting ready to record their parts. And I'm really looking forward to introducing them to you. They're all excellent musicians, so stay tuned because the presentation of the band is coming sooner than later. Now, some of you know that it's taken me more than 2 years time to get to this point. So I really can't wait to get this done. In fact, let me just go and get started. Talk to you later.